Hi and welcome to the Martin Bell Show. Hopefully you've been keeping well, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some of my investment goals and the reasons why that I am investing. So as you can see here, we've got a list of items, and these are the bills that I want to get covered from my investing. The reason being is so that when I hit retirement age, all my bills that are covered, and then I won't have to worry, and I can relax more and actually enjoy retirement and not have to worry about finances and actually enjoy my later years in life. And it's also very good to plan ahead and think about your future. So as you can see here, I've got it ascending in price bill amount for the monthly, starting off with TV license right up to rent money. So the first one is a TV license, which is roughly around, when you divide it up, £13.33 per month, or £160 per year. This is your BBC TV license fee. This may not be, at the moment you have to legally pay this to watch BBC programming, but this may change in the future. Obviously, not so beyond the scope of this video, but that could change in the future. So to get that covered, I did a 4% withdrawal rate or coverage ratio. So to get that covered at a 4% safe withdrawal rate for £160, I'll need roughly around £4,000 invested to cover that TV license every year, and not to worry too much about it withdrawing down the principal. Just got to be a bit careful, but it still give me a better livelihood if I didn't do this at all. So at the moment I have roughly around £993 invested into my SIP. As at the moment I'm currently transferring my ISA from Trading 212 to AJ Bell, which I think is a lot better personally. So at the moment I have £3,007 left to go to invest. And then I have completed my first goal of completing the TV license. And then what's going to happen is, then I'm going to move on to home insurance, which is roughly, I looked on Google and looked up average house insurance and average prices, and that's what it quoted me, roughly around £14 a month for £170 a year, which means I'll need £4,250 invested. So once this hits 4,000, then that means I've got to invest another further £4,250 in to cover the home insurance and the TV license. So combined, for example, that would be £8,250. So I'm not going to give any more further examples of them all adding up, but in total I'm going to need roughly, to cover all expenses, if not to worry too much and I'd have a very relaxed, cozy life, I need roughly just a little over £500,000. So it'll be £541,000. £850 is one of my long-term hard goals, but obviously I do want to get more money in there if I can. So some of the other bills I would want to cover would be my current broadband, and I am paying this at the moment out of my own pocket, but in the future this could become a business expense if my YouTube channel becomes economically viable and not just a hobby, if you know what I mean. I actually really enjoy YouTube and making this content and getting it out there to people and helping them. Yes, so yeah, hopefully in the future. At the moment I'm still paying this, so it's obviously costing me around £20 a month or £240 a year, which means I would need £6,000 invested. So at the moment I haven't got to this third goal because I haven't completed the first or the second one, and once I've completed them two I'll move on to the third, and then I'll just slowly work my way down the list, and it's like a snowball. I want to scoop up the little ones first for the psychological win of that I have done that. I don't want to just do like the really hard one first, as it's better for me psychologically as well, knowing I've got these little wins under my belt, which helps you really relax. Because if you know that you've got your broadband and home insurance and TV license covered, what is that? That's roughly 30, let's call it 50, roughly around £50 a month that you don't have to find or have to earn through active income. So that's going to cost me roughly around £6,000 to invest it to cover my broadband, and my phone bill, that would be for, again, roughly around £20 a month. I may get a cheaper plan in the future, but I do like watching content on the internet, so it does consume quite a bit of data. So that's going to cost me another £6,000 to be invested. At the moment, I don't have a car, but roughly I had a look on Google, and it's going to be around £32 a month, or £384 a year. It could be higher, it could be lower, depending on the car I get and the Fiat I get quoted. Just to say, it's £384, and this is going to cost me around about £9,600 to be invested to cover that home insurance. So then I looked at water, and that's roughly around £35 a month, or £420 a year, and this is starting to steep up a little bit more. So I would need to get that covered. I need around £10,500 invested to not worry about having to find the money to cover my water bills. Power bill is a bit low. We do use at home a little bit more electricity than this, but I looked at the average and I'll just put the average in. That's roughly around £60 a month, which is roughly around £720 a year, or £18,000 I'm going to need to be invested. And as you can see, this is the reason why I started with the smallest ones first, is to get the emotional wins under, and as time goes on, I'll hopefully earn more money, and I can snowball this thing a bit quicker, which would be amazing. But if it doesn't happen that way, I'm really happy with just taking a little bit more time and not being impatient and not having the ability to delay gratification. That's very important, but it's also very important to enjoy life as well. You don't have to spend large sums of money to enjoy life. You have to find happiness in the small things. As designer things don't really appeal to me that much. I live a luxurious lifestyle. I don't really drink, I don't smoke, I don't gamble, so I don't have very high expensive items or habits, which is very fortunate, and I'm really glad for physical health, psychological health, and my financial wallet. So the next one is petrol, which is roughly around £70 a month, or £840 a year. So to get that covered, I need to get myself a further £21,000 invested into the stock market. Now we're moving up to other ones. It's council tax, which is depending on your area. I looked for an average council tax bill, but depending on the area, it could be more, it could be less. But obviously, as I hit an older age, this number will go up. But at the moment, on average, it's roughly around £142 a month, or £1,700 a year, which means I need roughly around £42,500 invested into the stock market. So the next one is a very important one. I thought I'd treat myself to an above average food bill, which is roughly around £50 a week, and later on I will increase that price for my weekly allowance, so I can buy a better quality goods, more higher quality, because I really do enjoy good food, and that would be my one treat that I would really enjoy, and obviously my PC as well, but that would be mainly a more business expense than a luxury that I enjoy for myself. So that's going to cost me roughly around £200 a month, or £2,400, and I will need £60,000 invested into the stock market. So the next one is obviously treating myself. So this could be like some video games or some clothing or something to treat myself. And I know that's a crazy amount of money, £200 a month to treat yourself. But if I want to do that, that would be £2,400 a year. And then I would need an additional £60,000 invested into the stock market. Rent money, £1,000 a month. That will get me a decent place to rent. At the moment, I don't need to rent, as I'm currently living at home with my family, and I plan to live with them for the long term. But it's good to have this eventuality planned out, or the rent money could go to other funds for other expenses as well. And that's going to cost me roughly around £12,000 a year. And the amount invested would be 300,000, and that is the craziest, the most expensive one so far. And in the future, hopefully, as I said, I'll earn more money and I can have more invested. And though, as I said, I need roughly around £300,000 invested, and that one will be one of the hardest ones to hit. But obviously, if my YouTube channel does well, or if I upskill my jobs, or start a side hustle income or a second job, hopefully I'll be able to reach that target easier, or clear up some of the easier ones a bit quicker. So as I said, that's at a 4% withdrawal rate, and this is one of the reasons why I am investing. It's not just to make money, it's so that it's to buy security and stability and reassurance that if anything happens, or if I don't want to work anymore, I know that I don't have to worry about money, and I don't have to be just solely dependent on the state income, because it's good, but it's not good enough to have an above average lifestyle living, which I would like. And if I hopefully will achieve that, and I'll hope for the best I will, but I'm going to give it my best ability to reach that goal. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then please feel free to subscribe. Clicking the bell notification button gets you notified when I next release a video. As I said, this does not constitute as financial advice in any way, shape or form. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions, as your capital is always at risk. There's no reassurance of gains or losses. So please make sure you fully understand before making any decisions, and do not put any money that you cannot afford to lose. So thank you again, hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you all soon.